How do, folks? How's it diddling? In today's video, working on the Clio, trying to cut out a bit of rust rot on the sill and hopefully try and make up some patch panels in order to start putting some fresh metal into the sill, because it's looking a bit scary with not much metal in. So, come and join me. How much rust? All of it. Alright, so this is the progression so far. So this car has an outer sill, a strengthening inner part of the sill, and then the inner sill. So this is a panel that I've made up just out of some standard 1mm thick, and you can see so it'll sit all the way up there, and that. Obviously this needs cleaning up and everything, but I've made this panel. It took me about half an hour or so just to kind of fettle it. Luckily it's not too intricate, just sits in there like that. And so that goes on there, then make an inner sill which will come down and kind of get sandwiched between this and then eventually the outer sill. But what I'll do is when I make this piece here to go down, I'll end up drilling some holes and just kind of spot welding it to this piece just to kind of give it some strength. Need to continue down here. Now I'm going to use some 1.5mm gauge steel to come down here to add it give it a bit more strength and a fighting chance, because this is where the jacking point's meant to be, and as you can see you can't really jack much up here. Yeah, and there's a bit of crustiness. Also, if we go under here, move this plate out of the way, you've got this triangle piece here. Now this is double layered, and unfortunately, typically, with two pieces of metal sandwiched together, with the moisture in that, it's caused this plate to cause rust jacking. And what rust jacking is essentially, you can imagine a piece of metal, and then trying to find another piece of metal. Yeah. Right, wait a minute. Let's go over it. So imagine a piece of metal and then another piece of metal, and then what happens over time is moisture builds up in between, gets in between there, and dirt and rubbish and all sorts. And what happens is imagine a bit like a cake, on Bake Off or whatever. It's got layers. So what happens is that the inner parts start to separate and rust jacking, and it pushes them apart. Now it's quite common on lorries or rigs, big American rigs over in the USA, where they have double skinned chassis, and it's a thing called rust jacking, and it usually it's an absolute pain in the bum to be able to sort out. So I've got to move that again. So I need to make a plate to go along here that will weld in. Now I'll also make it so that it'll come along, and then there'll be an edge that will pop down this way, so that when this is welded in, like so, it'll go onto the back of the material, and then I'll be able to weld on the back, tying that panel and that panel all in. So yeah, now that don't worry about this hole here. This is factory, this bit here. But there's meant to be a piece of bar that goes across here, and also this piece of sill's meant to continue to there. And as you can see, it's non-existent. Needs a bit of a patch here as well, which I've got to clean up and get that done. Also, the inner arch. So this needs addressing, this piece here, which is not great. So I'll end up, again, I'll have to take the wheel off the car and then cut along here, cut this off, and then make up a new inner arch and all that. So, but I've got the steel to do it, so that's all good. Right, so need to get that panel welded in. Unfortunately, it's been spitting for the past 10 minutes. Just show you up here. Good old rain. So weather did say that it wasn't going to rain until at least 6 o'clock, and it's now just gone 2:30. So weatherman's full of shit. What a surprise. So I'm going to quickly grab the welder, put a couple of tacks into that plate, so at least it's in there and I don't have to worry about it and mess about. So yeah, let's get that done. So it's in, as you can see. Obviously it's a bit wobbly there because, you know, it hasn't got any support at the back, but yeah, them welds aren't pretty, but it is raining and I'm kind of rushing to get this at least in, but it's now in and it's fresh metal going back into the sill. As you can see, the rain is starting to come down and that's what's defeating me. So it's not pretty, but it does the job, just like an ex-fiance. So yeah, just this big void to fill in next. Right, folks, it's the next day. The weather actually was meant to be really horrific today, and it turned out that it's not so bad. The sun has just gone in, and we've got until about 4 o'clock till it starts raining. So I've started welding in. I made up some templates and welded in the rest of the inner sill. So let me show you. Right, come and join me on the floor. So we've got all my tools. So jacked it up because I need to take this wheel off to get better access to all here. And yeah, that is gravel, all the safety. So I got this piece welded in and it started raining. So I've managed to get this piece. So I made up some templates, some cardboard templates. Now, this is your friend cardboard, CAD as I like to call it. So I made this one and, oh, where's the other bugger? And this one. So this one is actually, because this metal edge up here behind here had rotted away, I made this, and this is kind of sat right there, but behind this metal plate. So it's fixed underneath. And so this plate has actually got something to attach to here. And as you can see, oh, look at, oh, beautiful. But might not look great, but it's penetrated and it's, when I wiggle it, it's not breaking off. A couple of tacks there as well. And then this leading edge, I just trimmed it down. Also did drilled some holes, 3 holes, and just kind of spot welded that back in. So that's roughly that panel done. So I wanted to get this done before the weather turned absolutely terrible, because it's going to. But yeah, so that's all done. So this just needs a bit of a clean up, all these welds with the grinder. You know the saying, grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't. And that's certainly the case here. So I'll grind this down, spray some etch primer on it and give it a fighting chance. And then the next step will be to make up this inner strengthening panel here. So need to, and I'll probably do this, well, I'll see how I feel. I might just do it in one big section. Or I might not bother. So, but yeah, so that will go again from here, up here, all along here. Need to trim this bit and cut this bit out, which is going to be a pain because my grinder's too big to get in there, but I've got a little Dremel, but that's just going to take me forever. But yeah, we get in there, folks. Fresh metal is going in and it's solid. You know, it's not going to go anywhere. And yeah, right. Less waffling. I'll grind these welds down and get some paint on it. Make it look all pretty. Right, so that's smoothed off. Nice, nice. Don't worry about that. Now, typical. You can see, starting to rain. So that's me pretty much done now for the day. So yeah, I best pack up before I get absolutely soaked through. And there's a lot to pack up. Oh, the joys. Got all my kit to put away, my welder, and yeah. Oh, right. Let's crack on and get packed up. So that's going to do it for this video. So in the next one, I'll either be working on this, still waiting for bits, obviously, on the MG, and but now I've got some steel, I can also start doing the inner sill work on Purple Slurple. So hopefully videos on that will be coming out soon. So yeah, next job is the strengthening sill, which again I'll be using some that, which is 1.5 mil, so nice and thick, and plus it'll be a jacking area, and I need to make a little box for the jack to be able to go up on, because there's one on the other side and that looks equally as rotten. So but yeah, so that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, entirely up to you. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. You can catch me on Instagram and TikTok under Crap Car Hunter. And yeah, so until the next video, folks, have a good one, and remember, tidy bar.